The phone call came on a Tuesday. Her voice trembled as if she already knew it was wrong. "Mrs. Hale, I'm afraid I have some news. Your husband canceled your invitation. But he asked us to keep the deposit, the $40,000 you paid." I let silence stretch. Then I said, evenly, "Cancel the entire wedding." She gasped, "But ma'am, you're not the bride." I smiled into the receiver. "No, but I own the venue, the catering company, and the hotel chain they booked for guests." Click. I met Daniel 12 years ago in a bookstore, of all places. He smiled like he was already forgiven for something. I mistook it for charm. I mistook him for safety. He courted me with patience, with little gestures, a cup of coffee waiting on my desk, handwritten notes slipped under my door. He never wanted for money, but he liked my ambition. He said he loved that I built empires out of nothing. I believed him. When we married, I thought loyalty was implicit, but I was wrong. The first fracture came quiet. Late nights explained away as work dinners. A sudden distance in his eyes. He was home but absent, his phone always face down. Then I caught the hesitation. His brother's fiancée hugging him too long at a family gathering. A whisper of perfume that wasn't mine clinging to his jacket. My body knew before my mind allowed it. The final proof came weeks later. His email left open on the shared laptop. Their thread stretched pages. Words meant for me, recycled and cheapened for her. And there it was, his plan to leave me after the wedding, after my usefulness expired. I did not cry. I did not scream. I closed the laptop, I poured myself a glass of wine, and I began to think. Daniel always underestimated me. He liked the surface of me, the pretty mask, the polite smile at his colleagues' dinners. He forgot that while he played at business, I built one. Every property we walked into was mine. Every dollar he flaunted in front of his family had my name behind it. He thought betrayal would gut me. Instead, it sharpened me. So I waited. I studied their guest list. I traced every contract, every booking. And when the wedding planner called, delivering the insult like a knife in my back, she didn't realize she'd handed me the trigger. The morning after, the first domino fell. I called my events manager. Terminate the contract for the Hale wedding, full stop. No exceptions. I contacted catering. Pull the order. Every lobster tail. Every case of champagne. Finally, the hotels. Release the rooms. Charge penalties in full. It was surgical, clean. By noon, the dream wedding collapsed under its own weight. Daniel stormed into my office 2 days later, his face flushed crimson, his tie crooked like a noose. "What the hell did you do?" he spat. I leaned back in my chair, calm, controlled. "I did exactly what you asked. Canceled my invitation. And the wedding." His jaw worked, words strangled in his throat. "You ruined everything." I tilted my head. "No, Daniel, you ruined us. I simply collected my dues." He tried to bluster about lawyers, about contracts. I let him finish, savoring his unraveling. Then I slid a folder across the desk. His face drained as he opened it. Inside, bank statements, screenshots, messages, evidence enough to bury him in court. "Divorce papers," I said softly. "You'll sign them today. You'll walk away with nothing. Or I release these to the press, to your investors, to your mother." The room held its breath. He broke first. His pen scratched like surrender. The wedding never happened. His brother's fiancée vanished into silence, humiliated. Daniel slunk away, a ghost of the man who once believed he owned me. And me? I walked into the empty ballroom they'd chosen, the chandeliers glittering above tables stripped bare, and I felt something unexpected. Not sadness, not anger, relief. He thought betrayal would destroy me, but all it did was remind me who I was. I was never just his wife. I was the architect, the owner, the quiet power he mistook for fragility. And when the time came, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg. I ended him with a phone call. I sleep soundly now, my empire intact, my freedom absolute. If he remembers me, let it be this: the woman who smiled at his downfall and never looked back. Because vengeance isn't fury, it's precision. And mine was perfect.